Hey guys, it's Danielle Eckerman, and this is a fun episode of Getting Real with Eckerman. Just a little background about me. I own Results Personal Training here in Katy, Texas, and Reach. And really, I started this podcast. This is my third episode. I'm super excited about it. Oh, fourth episode. It's about women empowering other women in Katy, Texas. We are mighty, we are fight, and we want to support each other. So I always say it takes a village, and that's what this podcast is about. So we have a cocktail, we talk about life, and we talk about business. And I am so happy, one of my dearest, nearest, closest friends, Francesca Baird. Hi, Fran.
Hey.
Y'all know, everybody in Katy knows Fran, okay?
Oh, God.
Her and her husband, Ross. We've known each other since the boys were in second grade.
Yep.
And now they're in sixth grade. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Our sons, well, she has three sons, three beautiful boys. The middle boys are 12, and they play basketball together. Now we're playing baseball together.
And football.
And football. It's not basketball, sorry. Football, and now baseball.
Got basketball in the brain.
I know. Everything's like sport to sport to a sport. So welcome, Fran.
Hey, thanks for having me.
I'm excited you're here. Okay, so also one thing on the podcast, every time we have a cocktail. So today's cocktail of choice is a 𝗏𝗂𝗏, one of my favorites.
Very good.
Yes, it's Brazilian rum, a little bit of sugar because we're watching that, and lime juice. So there's not much to it. So Fran, cheers.
Cheers.
Let's taste this, y'all. Oh my gosh, that is good. That's
powerful.
That is good.
It's delicious.
True story. So for Christmas, we do a cook-off, a cocktail cook-off, and we always do it in my family's
Shocker.
house. Yeah, shocker. New Orleans family does a cocktail cook-off or a cocktail mix-off. I lost to my family, and then for Trey's family, I lost, and I made this. I think people just think my drinks are too strong.
No way. You're kidding.
Well, you know what? Like I always say, you want 5 shitty drinks, you want 5 good drinks.
Girl, I only need one of your good drinks, and I'm good.
It's clean. It's a clean drink,
good.
right? Okay, so for those of y'all who don't know Fran, which I shocked because everybody knows Fran, she is a real estate agent. Not only in Katy, are you everywhere?
Everywhere.
So she's your girl to go to because she'll fight for you to the tooth, and she's good, and she's a good smoozer.
Yeah, I work everywhere. I just sold a house all the way out in Rocheron.
Where's that?
That's far.
Like in which direction?
Like south. It's near, like, south of Pearland.
Oh, wow.
I'm probably getting that wrong, but it's somewhere out that way.
It's not in Katy.
It's like an hour from here, but it was just, great clients. I just want to help people, and they were first-time home buyers, and that's where they wanted to go, and I helped them make it happen, and that's what I'm passionate about.
Well, yeah.
Go anywhere.
Yeah. So, but even in Katy's huge.
Huge.
I mean, like, I don't know last time you've driven off I-10 towards the Igloo Factory, like in that area.
Oh, yeah.
When we went to Fredericksburg for Christmas, we're on I-10. All that's just neighborhoods now. Like
absolutely.
Jordan Ranch. it keeps going, right?
Cane Island. There's a ton of neighborhoods now in 𝗏𝗆.
Yeah.
On 359, heading out that way. It's insane.
That's that many people. I mean, shit, we have 9 high schools in Katy.
And then, so we'll be finishing the 9th in August, and then they're still slated for the 10th and final high school, and it's going to be north of I-10.
That's insane.
Mm-hmm. So 10 high schools. I graduated with 156 people in my senior class in Brookfield, Connecticut.
Yeah.
I mean, that's unheard of here.
No, that's like
one high school in a little town. We've got 9.
That's crazy.
4,000 kids.
I graduated with 256 kids around there.
Yeah.
One high school, Gulfport, Mississippi. And we had, like, our rivals were the town over. There were no, 9 high schools. There were 2 elementaries that came together for 1 high school.
We had one elementary in our little town.
That's nuts.
It's nuts.
I mean, maybe it's changed now back then, but, I can't even imagine graduating with that many people.
No. And now, I mean, even, schools are, not all of them are at 4,000, but there are some that are 4,000 kids.
How do you get to know the teachers? You got to put your kids in pre-AP and be AP.
Yeah. I mean, you and we're going to be, I'm going to be there just 1 year before you are, so I'll let you know.
Yeah, I know. I do look to Fran for guidance because Mason, her oldest son, is 13?
13.
When's he going to turn 14?
July. Oh, gosh. He's in 7th grade.
He's going to be driving before you know it.
I can't even think about it.
Oh, my God.
Can't even think about it. But he's He's ready.
Yeah, I can't wait.
He's ready for
Mason, why don't you go pick up the boys?
Yeah, every next stage, he's like, I can't wait for this. I can't wait for this.
Yeah.
And I just want to freeze time. But that's
well, you've done such
happen.
a good job with him. He's very mature. He's so respectful and so mature. And
Thank you.
I mean, all 3 boys, they're all good.
Thank you. They're good.
Your youngest is going to be Ellie, my daughter's prom date.
We've got that written in stone.
That's right. No other way around that.
That's it.
I'm
prom
excited.
dates.
That's right. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I do own a personal training company, and so like I said earlier, one of the main reasons this podcast is just to cross referrals, build up women in the community, have fun, and of course have a cocktail because it's
delicious.
It is delicious. By the end of this, we'll be talking so much trash. And I'm just kidding. So, Fran, okay, where do you get most of your referrals from?
My business is probably 95% referrals, which I'm super proud of.
Right.
Because that means that people I've worked with in the past really liked me and what I did for them, so they referred business to me. My friends referring business to me is the biggest compliment.
Yes.
Because there's so many realtors in Katy and 𝗙𝗆. I mean, there's just so many that in Houston, for God's sakes, there's tons. So for someone to throw my name out there is a huge compliment. And so me having 3 boys involved in all the different sports at school, me just pretty much talking to everybody, even at I joke, I talk to people at the deli counter, anywhere. I'll be like, hey. So I feel like that is the biggest source of my business is referrals, whether it's from school, whether it's friends, whether it's people I've worked with in the past, and that's where I get the majority of my business. Some of my business comes from having business,
right?
Because business, you have a listing, people call on it, then that becomes a new client. But I'm super proud to say that most of it is referrals.
Word of mouth. Yeah. It's a huge thing. It's the same with us because we used to do a lot of Facebook ads. Yeah. There's stuff popping up in every which direction.
People spend a ton of money on social media ads and all that stuff.
But there's just so much out there that if you can scroll past it, that's why I do so many videos, because if you miss one, there's always another. And I've been doing a lot of Facebook Live videos.
Your videos are awesome.
Oh my God.
I love them.
I feel like a dork. I get so nervous. I make Trey go in the other room like, you cannot be in here. You make me nervous.
I do the same thing.
I stutter. I say the wrong words. It's a shit show. Yeah. But you know what? I think that's what people like that because it's real. It's not staged. And that's what I've heard. Your videos are good because you're a normal person. I'm never going to tell a client, don't drink. I'm never going to tell a client, don't go and enjoy yourself. Yeah, you have to cut back and make certain sacrifices. But it's real life. And we drink, not like we drink obsessively, but I have a cocktail. I have carbs. You just have to live your life. And
you don't drink excessively?
I don't drink that. Fran, not
sorry.
Thursday through Sunday is my fun day. Unless I'm having a stressful day. Then I go home and have a glass of wine.
And that's okay.
But I'm trying not to drink wine because you know why? The bottle goes way too fast. I had a conversation with that earlier. My tennis partner, Tiffany, was like, yeah, I'm trying not to drink wine because 2 glasses in, if you're splitting a bottle, that's 2 glasses.
That's it.
It's really easy. We've been at your house a couple times, split more than a couple bottles. Okay?
Oh my gosh. I remember back in the day, I'd get my own bottle and then some.
Just a straw.
That's it.
But wine is a creeper, though. All that, it creeps up on you. Next thing you know, you're like, whoa. So at least this one, you're going to get drunk. Okay?
Absolutely.
But word of mouth is definitely a big thing for us because there's so many gyms popping up. And all I have to say is, people can go and try different things and they always come back because they know that we invest in them. We invest in their nutrition. Mm-hmm. We make it fun. We watch their form. They're not just another face. They're actually a part of our fitness family. So that's what I feel like with you too. It's people, you're investing in them and they're investing in you. And that's a huge part. Trey, the other day, he was like, if you wanted to sell your house, I'm like, we're not selling our house, don't worry. But if we want to sell our house, who would you pick? I was like, hands down, Fran, because I know you would go fight head and tooth for what we wanted and make sure that we're right. You would make sure we get the right thing. So
absolutely, just do it the right way.
Right.
You can't just, you gotta, I love what I do.
Yeah.
You can't be shady. You love what you do.
Yeah, you have to be passionate.
You have to be passionate about it because at the end of the day, I started doing this in 2004 back in Florida. And I was newly married and we'd moved to the Naples, Fort Myers area, and I had left a big sales and marketing job in New York City. at a fashion company. Well, there's not a whole lot of fashion
in Florida.
You know, Fort Myers
Gators wear.
Naples,
Gators
Florida.
wear. That's it.
You know, it was like, you know, whatever that Chico's was like
Chico's.
stationed there, you know, or something like that.
Nothing against Chico's.
Nothing against Chico's, but that was the only, you know, kind of fashion
There goes my
company
sponsor,
there.
Fran.
Sorry,
I'm
Dee.
just kidding.
But, you know, and I'm like, what am I going to do? So I was kind of like plan B, like, let's just get my real estate license. And it was awesome for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, Ross was in construction. I was selling real estate. You know, we were newlyweds. Then we had our first kid. Then we had our second kid. Then the bottom dropped out of the market. So we're just like, oh my gosh.
Especially in Florida. I feel like that was like the worst.
It was terrible. 2008, we literally had to like rent our house and run. And luckily Ross got this opportunity and we came to Houston and I've been here over 11 years.
Have you really?
Yeah. In November, it was 11 years. We moved here sight unseen.
Well, I've been here 15 years.
Wow.
15 years. Came straight from New Orleans.
And I cried when I got here because I didn't know anybody.
Yeah.
And I didn't really cry because of that, but it was kind of like I had a 1 and a 2-year-old. You know, I wasn't working because I just decided like I'm going to just mom and just get used to being here. And so it was an adjustment. And because it was different then when we moved here, all this wasn't here. Like it was more, there just wasn't a lot around. But I love it. I couldn't imagine living anywhere else now.
I agree 100%.
I love it here.
I love Texas. Growing up in New Orleans, we would come to Astroworld in Houston. Like I didn't know, like I came, it was downtown and you maybe go shopping, but we always went east and went to Florida. Okay. I mean, my family's always going to Fort Morgan, Alabama. After that it was Destin. Now it's Watercolor. My
I'm dying to go there.
Oh, my aunt and uncle have a property over there that we get to go stay at. It's a small condo, but it's amazing. So we go over there. I mean, but as you get, now I live here, it's a lot further. So we stop in New Orleans, my parents' house, and then we go from there, which is nice, but never came. And then when I moved here, I moved to Sugar Land of all places. Nothing against Sugar Land, but I was fresh out of college, not a soccer mom, didn't think about kids. Moved here with my ex-boyfriend. His engineering firm came here. Started working at the Houstonian, loved it. Things evolved. Met my husband, Trey, you know.
Yeah.
And then I love it. And he's a good old Aggie. He's from Baytown. And we moved to Katy 6 years ago. Fulshire, we're in Fulshire, but I consider it Katy.
Yeah, Katy.
6 years ago. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
And I love it. I mean, I love Cross Creek.
You've only been here 6 years.
Only 6 years in Cross Creek.
Oh my God, you're like the mayor.
Touche, mofo.
No, you are.
I mean, like, because you're like me, we just talk to everybody. But you know what's funny? Like, that's where I met Kim Brown, one of my best friends. And it's like, she is just so outgoing. So we just like bonded at a mom's club. That's how I met her. I went to a mom's club. Someone told me to go to a mom's club. And at first I was like, man, I don't really know anybody in Cross Creek.
Yeah.
It wasn't nearly as big as it is
Not
now.
at all.
It's blown up. So I went to a mom's club and then Jessica Wilson was like, we need a mom's night out coordinator. It's like, ding, ding. I went up there, didn't know any of them. I was like, I'll be your coordinator. And then just became good friends with some of them. And I mean, like, we would do the best stuff. We would go, like, I did a bike ride. We went to people's houses and we had, like, hors d'oeuvres, cocktails. Why don't we do
that anymore?
We need to
do
it.
Are we just too busy?
Yeah. Shit, it's kids' sports.
I know.
It takes up all of our time, which I'm not complaining because now, like, we're, you know, our baseball, we were going to be together a lot. We're going to Tennessee this summer.
So
Roomies!
Roomies! I
I'm
love the
about
bonds that we've gotten from the sports, for sure. I mean, we've been blessed with some, I mean, especially with Austin.
Yes.
You know, Mason and Colton, we've had some great teams, but I mean, the teams that, you know, our football team, now our baseball team, like our basketball team, like you know, we've been blessed really with some great families.
Oh, yeah. That you're going to build a bond with forever.
Forever. And, you know, I just feel like sometimes we're just too busy to do all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
I'd love to go on a cocktail
we should do that
tour.
Well, when it gets a little bit warmer.
You know what we should do? We should rent those electric bikes.
Have you been up there yet?
No, not yet.
What's it called?
Pedigo, I think.
Pedigo, yeah.
My dad's like, I'm going on a tour, and this electric's so excited about it.
Okay, let's talk about your dad.
Yeah.
He's like my old man crush. Not old man, older man crush.
Oh, you're so funny.
I freaking
Don't
love
call him old man.
He's not old man. He's young. He's older man. Older man is what I meant to say.
He's great.
I love her dad. Like, he is a charmer. He's a good man. So is your mom, though. And so is your stepmom.
Yeah.
Your whole family's awesome.
I'm so lucky.
I think we have, like, similar families, but, like, different styles. You know, I want to get your dad and my mom in the same room. Would that not be a party?
So much fun.
I mean,
we'll have to do that when next time they come in.
Yeah. I mean, her dad, okay, so Fran always has the end of the year parties at her house. She has, like, an amazing house. One of the best houses in Cross Creek. She has a full court basketball goal, a nice pool. I mean, like, it's like a resort. It's awesome. So we get there, and her dad makes margaritas because he's still in a Mexican restaurant.
Yep.
And where?
In Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Yeah. He brought down the margarita machine that used to be at one of the
Yeah,
restaurants.
it's like a serious...
So it's one you see at a restaurant.
But you need to get Ross started on that story about how he had to load this margarita machine.
Oh my God.
When I came to your last party early to help you, and he's like, I just loaded this margarita machine. And
it's like 300 pounds.
It's
He's
huge.
like, I got it.
It's funny. You get Ross fired up about things. It's great.
No,
but yeah, so her dad keeps pouring tequila in this margarita machine. I don't remember getting home.
I think he had to refill it like 3 or 4 times.
We were chug-a-lugging. Everybody was.
I had to make the cups smaller.
Yeah.
They were just
But that's not stopping people.
Literally. My dad, I had like the 16 ounces out there. My dad looked at me. He's like, people are going to die.
Yeah.
Like, you have to use smaller cups. I'm like, okay. So I put the little cups in and just kept flowing. We finished it. I mean, it was like done.
And it's fun because even though we have the football family group, you invited other people that I didn't know.
Yeah.
And I was Facebook friends before the night it's over. I mean, I think I plan to go to happy hour with a couple of them. Don't even remember.
Yeah.
Like, it was a fun bonding. And we
is.
say it's for the kids, for the children, but it's really not. It's for us. The kids have fun though too.
Oh yeah.
But
it gets crazy, but it's super fun.
Oh.
And I love, I mean, that's what it's all about.
It is.
I mean, you just have to develop these friendships. And of course, some people are going to bond more than others.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I feel like everybody, that we hang out with just wants to have fun.
Exactly right.
And just want to have a good time and not take things too seriously.
Yeah.
You got to let loose. I think we all work really hard.
Yeah.
So I think that we need to let it go.
Yeah. I agree.
I think we're pretty good at that.
We both work very hard. Do you ever get on Facebook sometimes? I was talking about this the other day, and you got your Facebook fake, right? There's people that are just
my life is perfect.
My life is perfect. Yeah, and it's not.
Yeah.
I did this in the last. I was talking to the girl in the last podcast. Nobody's life is perfect,
Nobody.
and that's okay. That's called life. You have your ups, your downs. As long as you keep going up, it's okay. But nobody's life is perfect, and you see these people, and you're like, it must be nice. You get a tad bit envious. Oh, I want to travel everywhere and not have to worry about that. I want to do this and that. But then you step back and reality kicks in. Are they affording that? Are they, whatever? That's their situation. But real life kicks in, and we have kids, and all of our money goes to our kids, and it's so worth it. I mean, I'd rather pay for my kids to be in select sports than sit around and do nothing, because that's when kids get in trouble.
Absolutely.
And there's a lot of kids with money, and with money comes trouble, right?
I love the kids being outside all the time.
Yep.
I love, and that's what drives me crazy too about this whole social media thing and just the climate which we live now. People back when I was growing up, my parents were a little more strict because I was the only child and I was a girl or whatever, but I still got to play outside with my friends. Now, kids are inside gaming and on their phones.
Some muscles.
And then my kids are outside, and then you see these posts on Facebook. Oh, kids are ding dong ditching. Call 𝗿𝙁 PD or call the cops. You know what? That's just hard. If that's the worst they're gonna do, then let them do it. I mean,
agree.
Just let kids be kids. Nobody's hurting anybody.
Yeah.
It's a joke.
Yeah.
Haha.
I agree.
Everybody's just way too serious. Everybody's too quick to freaking call the cops these days. I'm from New York.
Yeah.
We called the cops for real crime.
Yeah.
Not just because
Ding dong
you
ditching.
didn't like the way your neighbor parked.
Yeah.
Or, something. Kids are playing outside too late. I'm sure our parties, with the DJ going, I feel like we ended a respectable time.
People have their panties in a they need to relax.
Yes.
We have we live in Cross Creek Ranch, and we have a Ladies of Cross Creek Ranch Facebook post, and it's ridiculous.
It's too much.
It's people they hide behind social media, and that's a big thing I have to say. It makes me mad because people are quick to post pictures of cars doing the wrong thing, or post pictures of kids or talk trash.
License plates.
Yeah.
It's
and
crazy.
I'm you don't do that. You call that person up and you go to them and you handle it.
Face to face.
Face to face. But they're scaredy cats. That's the problem. I dare you to come to me at Fran's house and let us know. We'll be nice the first time.
Yeah.
Don't call the cops on us.
I got a ring. Call me.
Yeah, call me.
But no, I'm a real face-to-face kind of person, and I like to deal with everything. Good, bad, ugly. Let's just talk about it. And if we can't get past it, okay. But I swear 9 times out of 10, you're going to be able to get past it.
They're scaredy cats. So that's the problem. They want to be all big and bad on Facebook, but when it comes down to like actually handling the problem, the cops don't want to deal with that. The cops have other things to do. Did you see the post the other day? I never go on the page because I get so mad unless you tell me to. Yeah. Or I like or like I see something randomly pop up and it said, "Don't call the cops, solicitors, or they're knocking door to door." You know what? Let them do their job, okay? And I agree, like, it gets aggravating sometimes, but look, they're just trying to make a living. Yeah. They're going door to door doing sales. Seriously. That's old school. That's great.
Remember, like, the
vacuum
cleaner people.
The other day I told Trey, he bought like a crappy vacuum cleaner. I'm like, where's the door to door sales guy? I would have bought one right now. Who cares? People are just so, no solicitors. Okay, you know what? They're just doing their job. Let them do their job. And if you say no, then they don't walk away. Then if they want to come at you, that's something else. But like, because they do have some aggressive ones.
That candidate, Gary Gates, came to my door and, my ring goes off. And I wasn't home. So I didn't know who it was. And I'm like, hey. I'm like, I'm not home. Can I help you? And he was like, oh, I'm just, asking for your vote. I'm like, okay, well, just leave me whatever, you have, your flyer. I'm happy to look at it. And, of course, Ross was like, was he Republican or Democrat?
Yeah. But he's just trying to, good for him. He's actually out there doing his thing.
Yes, let people just live.
Let him. And if you don't like it, don't answer the door.
Exactly.
That's, don't call the cops because they're solicitors. I mean,
let people live.
Yes. And it's like if my kid comes to knock on the door selling Super Bowl squares, you're going to call the cops?
Exactly.
How many times have I bought Girl Scout cookies or crap that I don't need? Kids come to you. You do it. You give $20 and you buy stuff. At least they're doing something. And their parents aren't buying everything.
Exactly.
I mean, it's just the old school way.
Colty set up a little rainbow loom
awesome
bracelet stand with some of his buddies, and they made like $100, and I think they donated it. One of the moms was going to donate it to one of the like Sunshine Kids. Or one of the little cancer research for the kids and stuff. So it's like, let them be little entrepreneurs.
Yeah, teach them now, because some of these kids, I'm afraid for them when they get out of college, or if they make it to college.
High school, dude.
High school, I know.
How are they going to take care of themselves?
Good luck, kids, because it's rough out there.
Today Mason forgot his ID. And I, brought him to school at 6 a.m. for basketball. I could have run back home, gotten the ID, brought it to him, but I was like, you know what? No. Like, you're 13, and hey, we all forget stuff. I forget stuff. Ross forgets stuff. We all do. But, you just kind of have to, there's a point where you kind of have to say, you know what? You can go get the temporary ID today, and whatever consequences come with that. And it just shows, it's just a life lesson.
You got to teach them.
They need it.
Chores. Yep. Manners, that's a big thing. I have noticed, not everybody has manners, and that's okay. I mean, I grew up in a family. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Sure. Please, thank you. And I mean, that's just how we grew up. And my kids will always be like that. They may be shits in other departments, but one thing they will have are manners, because that's just what you do.
It's so important. And I love that my kids have, me being the Yankee girl, I love that my kids have the Southern manners.
Oh, yeah. You got some Southerners.
I do. I mean, Colton's a Texan, and the other two are Floridians. They call them Florida crackers.
Florida crackers.
And, but, They need to have manners. It's super important.
And your kids always say, yes, ma'am. Always. Like, they always have manners.
And somebody asked me, how do you get them to do that? I said, I just kind of started enforcing it a little bit, but they kind of did it on their own.
Yeah, you have.
I feel like it's their friend group, and I mean, they might be crazy at home and not the best to each other, but out in the world, I feel like they do pretty good.
Well, you did go with them. They're good representation. Braden will be like, I'll be like, Braden goes, yes. I said, Braden goes, yes, ma'am. Like, you know better. Don't you ever say just yes. I mean, use your manners all the time. Always go above and beyond. That's what I try to teach them. It's like, always go above and beyond, because you never know who's watching. And
it makes a difference.
It really does, because those teachers of all those 200 kids that they see, or however many kids they see, you doing that little bitty thing is going to set you apart from those other kids.
Absolutely.
And don't hang out with shitheads. No, I'm just kidding.
No, and who they hang out with makes a huge difference.
Oh, yeah. I love the other day, we dropped him off at the dog park. I dropped Braden off the dog park, and he met your boys and some other kids. They play basketball, and then they rode bikes up to Bahama Bucks. I love that. I'm like, okay, go. I mean, I trust them. They stay together.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
I mean, our boys, that Braden and Austin, they're 12. Mason's 13. Like, I mean, I even let Colton go around the neighborhood a little bit. If it's like right to the corner or whatever. Because that's, I mean, get on your bike and go, buddy.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, don't go too far.
Yeah.
Especially with my 9-year-old.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they need to have a little bit of independence that they can make their right decisions. Of course, I'm stalking them on Life 360.
Right.
Like,
but I think they do good job. They do, and they hang together, which is nice. Like they ride Jeep together. It's like the biker gang.
Yeah, I'm like, you guys. I'm like, just stick together and don't be stupid.
Yeah, and I'm like, Mom, you kids are lucky.
Seriously,
my parents would never give me $10 to go get a snow cone. It's so funny because we go home to New Orleans for Mardi Gras, and my mom and my uncle give the kids like $25 because like this like creeper guy pushes this grocery cart full of like blinky stuff and cotton candy.
Oh gosh.
When we were kids, we had to pack our sandwiches, go on the pre-rail, never ask for anything. Yep. No, they're giving them like $25 to get like Brayden got like a blinky mask like for $25. Like what the hell are you doing with that mask? Right. Ellie gets like cotton candy, and I'm like, you kids are spoiled. My parents would never.
So
when we were younger, they never did that shit.
How about on the airplane? I used to get like the vomit bag and a pencil, and like play tic-tac-toe or hangman.
Don't ask for anything.
Seriously, like they were like, oh, here you go, keep yourself busy. Yeah. Now it's like iPad, and it's like everybody's got their whole setup and they've got neck pillows. I'm like, what the heck? My parents were like, here's the barf bag. We'll talk to you in a couple of hours. I mean, they were awesome parents. That's just what you did back then.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I was a kid in the 70s, and I mean, it's just, early 80s. I'm so old.
No, you're not. There's a thing on Facebook, a meme, it says, if you played this, you need to get a colonoscopy.
Great, I'm right there. I'm knocking on the door.
Atari.
Oh God!
And then the other one,
I should make my appointment.
Like a bunch of girls with like Aquanet.
Are you
and
killing
like
me?
the high banks. It's like if you use Aquanet and your hair like this, it's time for a colonoscopy.
Oh my gosh, girl. I gotta call my doctor immediately.
I saw this post on Facebook. Somebody even get my colonoscopy scheduled.
Excuse me, I used Aquanet and I played Atari.
I know. Yes. So according to Facebook, because it's not true, it's on Facebook, right?
Oh my gosh, you should see my sophomore year high school picture. My hair's so big, it looks like a lion. It takes up the entire frame in the yearbook, and I had some big hair.
I need to see this.
It's good.
Even though I was born in the 80s, I should have been a teenager in the 80s because I freaking love the 80s. Yeah. Like we did a vision in Vino last night in my studio, and it's right here. It's so like I'm so crafty. Look, I don't write anything, but I separated like family, business, my personal care.
Yeah.
And one of them says, "Always love the 80s."
Always.
I don't know. It's something like about the 80s. What does it say over there? Can you see it?
Hold on. Right? Well, I need a colonoscopy.
Okay, yeah, you need
glasses too.
Pull your blinders out.
Hold on, let me get my readers.
Says, wait, where is it? Oh, get your 80s on.
Always.
Because I always jam out to the 80s.
Weren't we supposed to go to some 80s concert? The Molly Ringwalds or something?
Oh, yeah, that was in January.
Oh, sure.
January they'll come around again. Okay. We need to go.
We'll go.
They're from New Orleans. And it's so funny because, there's two bands that always come here. And it's the Molly Ringwalds and it's the Bag of Donuts.
Okay.
Okay, so they
Never seen either.
They're from New Orleans. They're both fun. They're actually, competitors. I've seen them since, we used to go pay $5 and, go and watch them at, a hole in the wall in New Orleans. So when they came here, some of my friends were like, let's go see the Bag of Donuts. Have you ever seen them? I'm not paying $40 to see them. I used to watch them basically for next to nothing. And the drummer used to go to my parents' church. I've been on their tour bus in a good way. Not that sounds bad. But it's just, I've seen them so many times.
Yeah.
Every weekend we'd go watch a cover band because they're really good. But now it's and I'll do it. I went with Christy Fultz one time. We did.
Fun.
And they got VIP tickets. And it was a fun time. But it's just funny because it's I'm glad they're making it out here.
Yeah.
But
Let's go next time.
Yeah, we will. They dress up. Both bands dress up. The Molly Ringwalds, they're both fun. I like the Molly Ringwalds better. They upgraded their all their stuff. They have a chair that moves now. I mean, before it was literally one guy doing the recordings, and they're fun.
When you were in college, did you have bands?
Yeah.
People that were in bands, they would play at parties?
No. We would go see bands a lot.
We had that at our school. We would have a few bands, and I mean, if you had a really cool party, the band would be at your party or whatever. And we used to have this big party in the summer, and then at the end of the school term, and all the bands would play. So I guess bands were a little bit more popular at our schools in the early 90s.
Well, how awesome is that? You're I just brought my band.
I know.
It's just a band playing in your house.
I don't know if kids do that anymore.
Well, at frat parties, because I was in a sorority, at frat parties they would have a band, but most of the time it was DJs.
Yeah.
And that was probably the same thing. They knew somebody, or I mean, it wasn't you were rocking out to the best band.
I know. I wonder. Oh no. I mean, they weren't that great, but they were.
What do you think art kids gonna be doing?
That's what I'm thinking. The same thing just came through my head. What do you think they're going to be doing? I mean, I don't.
I don't want to know, but
But
I mean,
I'm always like, oh my God, if you go to A&M, we'll get a duplex, and you guys can live on one side, and then we
That's
can
right.
have the other side, and then when we go up for football games, and Mason's like rolling his eyes, he's like, and Austin's like, oh, that sounds great.
Yeah,
you know?
I love it.
And Colton's like, okay, yeah, and then I'm gonna have a farm, and I'm gonna have a house for you and Daddy, and Mason's like, peace out.
Peace out,
I'm going to see the world.
That's right.
They're all so different.
Oh, that's good though. I mean, my kids are different, completely different.
Super different.
But I mean, I like having different personalities. You don't want them all the same.
No.
Who do you think, Mason's probably your one that'll just take off and go, huh? Which one do you think will stay close to you, Colton?
Or Austin.
Austin?
One or the other. Or both.
Yeah.
I mean, they're super close. But Mace, you know, he's like Ross. Ross is like Tom Sawyer. Like, he is like an adventurer.
Yeah.
Like, he's the kid that told his parents at age 16 that he wanted to go live in San Antonio at his grandmother's house because he wanted to play high school football at a really good school.
That's awesome.
Because he wanted to play football in college. And he knew that if he stayed in Connecticut, he wasn't going to have the opportunity. And he did it. And they let him. You know, my in-laws are awesome in that way. They were kind of like, okay, that's what you want to do. I mean, which I thought was crazy. Like, he was in, because we know each other since high school, he was like in my social studies class in December. And I showed up after January, after Christmas break, and where's Ross? Well, he moved to San Antonio.
Yeah.
Okay. He's 16. And he literally packed up his car and, you know, drove to San Antonio and did it. Like, he went to this awesome school, you know, and then he went and got into college for football, and that's what he wanted to do. So I feel like Mason's got that adventurous spirit.
Yeah.
Whereas I was more like a close to home kind of girl.
Yeah.
And, you know, Ross has lived all over. He's lived, you know, in the Marshall Islands. He's lived all over the world.
That's crazy.
And so I feel like Mace has that. I do think he's got some of me in him, too, so he'll come back home.
Yeah.
Which Ross does, too. Ross is super close to his family. But I think he's definitely the one that's just going to take off. And
like, he's independent.
He is.
He's mature I feel like he's mature for his age.
And he tells me, he's like, I want to see the world.
That's awesome.
But then I want to get married and settle down and have kids. So I'm like, okay, good.
That's a whole other set of problems.
Like,
what if we don't like my son-in-law or that's a long ways down the line.
3 daughters.
Yeah, you are. At least you have to pay for weddings.
Yeah.
Just 3 rehearsal dinners.
Fingers crossed.
I know, right?
Fingers crossed.
Oh my gosh.
But, you know, I feel like I always say, I'm like, I have such an awesome relationship with my mother-in-law that I hope I'm blessed with great relationships with all of my daughter-in-laws.
Yes.
And I feel like it's a two-way street, you know? I feel like you have to try, and it's in friendships, it's with your spouse, it's in life. It's a two-way street. You have to try to make it a good relationship.
Absolutely.
You can't just expect it to be that person constantly being a certain way, because that doesn't work.
No, it does. It's definitely a two-way
You
street.
can't just like sit there, you know, with your arms crossed and say, you have to bow to me because I'm your mother-in-law.
Right.
No. Like, you have to bend and see and try to both fit into the relationship. And I think that goes with any relationship.
Well, because you want to do that. Well, you want to love them too, but you want to be able to see those grandbabies at any time. And
And I've seen it go both ways with people. So
yeah, I've seen it too. So with Braden looks like me. He acts like me a lot, but he acts just like Trey. Like, he can be a homebody. He's a sports kid. Yeah. But when he's done, he's done. Like, he'll have fun, but when he's ready to go to bed, he's ready to go to bed. That's Trey. Like, he'll ghost. But he looks like me. He has my feistiness, but Trey does too. He's just quiet. Ellie looks like her daddy. That's my spitting image. The shit she says, I'm like the other day she said something to me. She goes, "Oh, you're gonna wear that, huh?" I was like, "What? You're 9. Don't talk to me like that." But like, I pick it up from her. Like, she picks it up from me, and but she's artistic. I can see her trying to go to art school.
She is so artistic.
I'm not supporting your ass while you're in art school. You better get a job.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I will, but like,
she's so sweet.
She is a sweetheart.
She is. She's
cute too. I know I'm biased, but she's pretty damn cute.
Adorable. You're dead meat. I feel so. I mean, I would have loved to have had a girl, but I don't think Ross could have handled having a girl.
No, Ross, when Ellie's around, he's like, oh, whatever you want, Ellie.
Oh, yeah, just do whatever.
Yeah. Good job, Ellie.
Yeah.
Like, you're so...
I mean, we do that with our Colton because he's our youngest. But, you know, Ross was like, okay, whatever, my angel.
Yeah.
And the other boys are like, all right, Dad, stop. You know, imagine him as a girl. Forget it. I mean, do no
You're a perfect boy mom, though.
Thank you.
You are. You handle, you juggle them very well. That's why you're Mega Mom.
Oh.
If you ever see Mega Mom on the road, that's Fran.
So the boys, you know, that was actually, Austin's called me Mega Mom since he could talk. And this voice, like, you know, he has a deep voice.
Yeah.
All my kids kind of have deep voices. And he's like, Mega Mom. You know, I'd carry in the groceries. He's like, Mega Mom. So anyway, long story short, he thought that it would be a cute idea to get me a personalized license plate. And the biggest joke is now everybody, all my friends love it, but all the people in the neighborhood who don't know me was like, who's that bitch think she is?
Mega Mom, bitch, that too.
But anyway, it was a sweet thing from my 4 boys for my birthday a few years ago.
Well, I hate when people have license plate and you're like, you have to like think about it.
Yeah. But like, you know me.
Yeah.
You know.
But like yours, you don't have to think about it. Like it just makes sense. But like there's license plates that you're like.
Oh, you have to like decipher.
Yeah, I have to like decipher. I'm like, okay. And then they take off. You're like trying to like follow them like a creeper.
What is that?
Like I just don't get it.
Periodic table?
Like, and then like some of them are so douchey when you pass them. You're like, yep, that matches you. Cool license plate, bro.
Oh my God. I hope people don't say that about mine, but I'm sure.
No.
I'm sure some people do.
Well, let them talk, sister.
That's
Let
right.
them talk. You can't worry about whatever people think. That's one big thing I do notice, like being in suburbia and like big area. And I do like now that I'm like more social media out there, like I'm out on social media, I get nervous because I hate when people like put you down or like they don't even know you. Like that really bothers me. Yeah, judgmental. And it's like you do that. You take the time to come do live videos. You take the time to build up your clientele that you can, you know, this is my passion. I love it. Or like, you know, real estate. What you say matters. And it takes one bad seed to try to ruin it for everybody. And it's like, why would you even do that? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. But the way you treat people matters.
Absolutely.
The way you make people feel matters.
Yep.
Because, you know, if you have you know, like I love being around you. I mean, obviously we're great friends.
Yes.
But we always have so much fun. But we're so real.
Yeah.
You know, and I always try to keep like that relationship with people. Like just treat them good. Treat them the way you would want. People make so many assumptions and treat people like crap. And why?
Why?
And I really believe it's about them. And
Absolutely.
my 20-something self would work so hard to get people to like them because that's my, you know, kind of personality is I'm a people pleaser.
Yeah.
But I think as I've gotten older, I still obviously I don't want people to hate me.
Yeah.
And I do want people to like me, but at the end of the day, like I'm not going to fight to make you like me because if you already have an assumption about another person, that's on you.
Yep. That's their insecurities. And that's what it is. A lot of like mean people have low insecurities and they are
low self-esteem.
And that's a shame because like the podcast, building up other women, like women and men, everybody should just build each other up. 2 things, if you ever ask my kids, they will tell you that mom says. 1 is treat others as you would like to be treated. I'm a huge advocate of that. I was raised like that and I believe in it. And number 2, Trey goes, you shouldn't say that, but it's me. Just because they make it in your size doesn't mean you have to wear it. I love it. 2 things. Elley Eckerman, ask her. She'll tell you that right off the bat. Very true. I'm like, well, I mean, the second one is really true because you shouldn't be wearing some stuff that doesn't fit you. Yeah. But who am I to judge, right? Some mirrors, I'm like, what mirror are you looking at and can I borrow it? Okay? Because that's great.
Yeah.
But at least they're happy within themselves. But a lot of women have low insecurities. And you can tell because they want to be rude and they want to be this and that. And that's just their problem. And all you can do is smile and kill them with kindness.
Yeah. But sometimes you can't even do that.
No, you're right. Sometimes you just got to walk away.
Sometimes you just got to walk away. And I just feel I'm at the point in my life where I just am surrounded with, I'm so lucky.
Yeah.
I have such great friends and I have my family and I have a great husband and my kids. And I mean, my life is far from perfect and I'm so real about that.
Yeah.
You know, my life is far from perfect, but I really feel that I treat everybody with kindness and respect and we should build each other up.
Yeah.
Like, why are we tearing each other apart? It's true. I feel like it makes people feel better about themselves if they put another person down, but that's like the basic fundamentals that we teach like little kids.
Agreed.
Why are people doing it in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and beyond? Doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't. And it's a shame. It really is.
You know, I mean, my family's always taught me to be kind and friendly and really just be a good person.
Be nice.
Be kind.
Be kind. It's not that hard.
That's it. Smile.
Smile.
Say hello.
Yes.
You don't have to be best friends,
No.
but just be like common decency goes a long way.
Yeah.
And sometimes there's people out there that don't have a lot of friends. So I tell my kids, you know, be kind to everybody because you could be the only person that kid considers a friend.
Absolutely.
And I feel blessed because I feel like my kids are friends, like really kind to everyone. And you know, you might just make that person's day.
Yeah, you just never know.
You don't.
You never know. And, you know, and everybody goes through emotions. Like, I mean, like, I am like a roller coaster of emotions. I'll tell you right now. Especially around that time of the month. I'm like,
me too.
But, like, I always have to put a happy face on. And, you know, one of the things about coaching, and I have great coaches, and I've had some bad coaches, I do have good coaches here. But like one of the things that when you cross that threshold, I don't care if you had the worst day in your life, your smile goes up and your main job is to coach people. So my thing is like, I can't tell them that and not portray it myself. But when it comes to coaching, I just shut it off, and it's all about that. And then, I mean, everybody has problems. Everybody has issues. You just got to work through them in your own way.
Everybody has a bad day.
Everybody has a bad day.
You know, but you can't let it affect your entire life.
Have your pity party and move the hell on.
Move on.
Yep.
You want to go back to it for a minute, fine, but then just
move on. Find an outlet for whatever it is. I mean, working out, tennis is my outlet. Like, whatever it takes for you to just, like, step away and separate that drama from your life is what it is. Yeah. And one of the things on there, which I don't like, I hate drama.
Me too.
I know you and I are both like that. Like, leave the drama for your mama. Don't bring it to me. I don't have time for it. I don't want more wrinkles. No. You got to cut the bad seeds out of your life. I mean, and everybody's going to have their drama here and there. But, like, I don't like it when it's he said, she said. No, if it doesn't involve me, don't tell me.
Exactly.
I don't care. I mean, I don't care how juicy it is. Just don't associate me with that, because people watch and they see that one drama and then it goes from there and they associate you with that. I don't want to be associated with that.
I'm the same way. I don't like it. You know, Ross is really good about that because he's so black and white. Like, just like, you know what, Fran? Why are you going to worry about that?
Right.
Like, it's just has nothing to do with you. No good is going to come from you worrying about it. And then, I mean, I might worry about it for a little bit more.
Yeah. Because you're a girl.
Yeah, of course. And men and women are so different in that way. But, you know, I can't be as black and white as him, but it puts it in perspective.
Yeah.
You know, he's helped me a lot to kind of keep things in perspective and not get caught up in the little things that don't matter. Right.
Everyday stuff. I'm excited to share a house with you guys.
I'm so excited.
Ross is going to be like, okay. You girls go to bed now.
Yeah. He's like, are there multiple living areas? Like, can Trey and I, like, is there a movie room? I'm like, yes. I'm like, you guys can, you know, you can go and hide. And then Dee and I will be mixing up. I told one of the other moms, you know, that her son, you know, Jen's, we're going to have Evan with us.
Yeah.
And I was like, don't worry, Jen. I was like, I'll keep us fed and Danielle will keep us happy.
Yeah.
And she's like, perfect.
She knows, right? Well, for y'all, we're going to Tennessee. We're going to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee this summer for a baseball tournament.
We're going to visit 𝗿𝗍𝗺 Parton.
Which, you know, she's like one of my favorite people in the entire world.
I love her.
I grew up loving her and Elvis, and I love her. I love everything. I love her boobs. I love her face. I love her outfits. Her. One year for Halloween, I was her cousin Polly Parton, because I don't have boobs, and I ordered this jumpsuit. It's amazing. I got a wig, and it like had the what do you call those things? Fringe on it, and it was awesome. Like it was.
To see a picture of that.
I'll show you one. It's amazing. Like I just love everything about her. Like she's just so happy.
I love her too.
And she came from some hard. Like she grew up hard. Like
that's where she grew up.
West Virginia,
like Seaverville.
Yeah, like she grew up like hard, and like I don't know. I just love her. So we're going to Dollywood, 4th of July.
So we're going to Dollywood on 4th of July.
So she's got to be there.
I mean, I feel like she's going to light the match for the fireworks.
I mean, right? So I feel like she would really like us.
We could be friends.
We could be friends. For sure. Like, Dolly,
I mean,
can I please just wear one of your outfits?
I loved her, and I grew up listening to, believe it or not, this Latina girl from, you know, the Northeast, grew up listening to like Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton and Willie Nelson.
I love it.
Totally bizarre. The records. My parents were all into country music. So it's going to be fun.
I believe that she's got to be there.
Yeah.
I mean,
we'll find her.
Yeah, we'll find her. So, I mean, we have to wear our Dolly shirts. And
for sure.
We'll go.
Let's get custom shirts.
Yes.
Matching.
Yes. And all the kids, too. The more, the merrier, right?
Yes.
So that's going to be fun.
Trey and Ross.
Yes. So we're going to go up there. I love Tennessee. Have you been in that area?
Mm-mm.
I went when I was a kid. We used to go to Gatlinburg a lot because it's easier to drive from New Orleans. It's 9 hours, a little bit over that. And then I've been to Dollywood when I was a kid. Went to Opryland. Went to we went down to Graceland. We did a tour one year. Drove.
I've been to Graceland.
Went to Pigeon Forge. Went to what was the name of the Grand Stampede? It's like a dinner show. Like I think it's Grand Stampede. I don't know. We went out that whole area.
Hatfields and McCoys.
Yeah, and then drove out, like, went down to Graceland, went to the Cabbage Patch Museum because I was obsessed with Cabbage Patch.
Oh my God, they used to have a Cabbage Patch hospital in the city, Babyland General Hospital.
So Babyland General. Like, the heads would come out of the cabbage.
Yes!
Like the leaves.
Yes, obsessed.
And then they had them, like, staged, like, in different things.
My favorite Cabbage Patch was my first one. His name was Arlie Larry. I loved him. My mom got him from my godmother in Florida because they were sold out in the city.
Oh, and Xavier Roberts, like I have the original butts. Now they're all stamped because he's obviously passed away.
I signed the foot of the butt.
It was on the butt. It was on the cheek.
That's right. Yeah.
And it was the right cheek. And it was his original signature. Obviously, it was printed, but still, it was like his original signature. And now they're all like stamped and stuff. But yeah, it was one of the best things ever. I remember my mom was like, they were like $50. She's like, you can get like a $20 one. So I got I had a ton of them, don't get me wrong. But like from there, I was like, I have to get something. And it was the Easter Bunny one. So it was just like the face. And I was like, it wasn't the same, but like they were all staged in different rooms.
That was a
They did a delivery, so like it was like out of the cabbage like leaves. It was amazing. It was one of the best things ever. I love it. Now it's American Girl dolls. We couldn't afford American Girl dolls growing up. We got Cabbage Patch dolls.
I mean, at least it was limited in the accessories. American Girl doll is limitless.
Oh my gosh!
And then you go eat with them.
Yes, and then do their hair. And Ellie got one of we used to work at the Houstonian. One of Trey's old clients got Ellie bitty baby. So like they're still expensive, but they were twins.
My sister has a bitty baby. She loves her.
And I was stupid. I gave it to Ellie too soon, and Ellie decided to put makeup on which was a marker. So like the bitty babies have markers as the makeup. I should have known I was in trouble then, because even now, true story, I don't wear a lot of makeup. I'm not good at it. I just wear your basics.
Neither am I.
I like plain. Yeah. So we were going. Where were we going? We were going to the football thing at the end, the football party.
The banquet.
Yeah. And I was like, man, I know I have blush, and I had some like different eyeshadows. Ellie goes, oh, hold on. She comes back with a bag of my makeup.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, shit. That's one of my favorite stories.
Your makeup.
She loves makeup. She loves nail polish, and she's good at it. I'm like, wait, Ellie, when you touch up my toes, you know when you
I'm a mess. Touch up. I mean, people are like, oh, I learned on YouTube. I'm like, I cannot learn on YouTube. Like I've been doing the same look since like for 30 years.
I little cheek thing. I just don't like
a little bronzer.
Yeah, the more you put on, the more you have to take off. I'm like, that's
No.
I mean, I'll do like the same eyeshadow when we go out. Like I don't get into it. I should probably go to like Sephora.
People that do that contouring.
Yeah, that's a lot of work.
I want to learn how to do that.
It just seems like a lot of work though, right?
Yeah, that's too much.
And makeup's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm cheap when it comes to that stuff.
And then you can't use it for a long time. You have to throw it away.
Yeah.
That's so depressing.
But I will be, so this is true story, and this goes with my business too. Like you can be cheap and go to a place where you're not getting the attention, or you can pay a little bit more and get that attention. Okay.
Yeah.
That's here. We do that here. But like same thing with makeup. I was at Marshall's. It is Marshall's and TJ Maxx Firehouse. TJ Maxx.
Mm-hmm.
TJ Maxx. And I was looking in the beauty section. I was like, oh, I need some new mascara. And I was like, oh, this one's good. It's $6. It's like a name brand, New York, whatever. I get home and it's shit. I'm like, the brush is great, but the mascara is shit.
Yeah,
I'm like,
because it's probably old.
It probably was. I should have went to Sephora and spent $20 because I know I like the same mascara.
Or you can even go to CVS.
Or CVS and get the same. But like I was like, this is a perfect example. I love the brush. I should take the brush and like put it in a new mascara bottle. But it's what you pay for what you
get. What you pay for.
Yep, it's so true, and it's everything in life. You pay a little bit more on certain things, and you get better results.
Absolutely.
And all around fitness, makeup,
everything. I know that's like even with my business. I mean, I don't get a salary, but and it's funny because I do obviously for my friends, and things. I'll offer a discount or credit or whatever. But a lot of times, people want more, or whatever. So you're just kind of like, do I go to your job and ask you to take less? So I feel like if you want good service and I'm always obviously, for friends and family and flexible, and I'm very, flexible in that respect, but you put a lot of time just because it's your own business. Just because this is your own business doesn't mean you work any less. Like you deserve any less of a salary or to earn any less than someone who goes to a job for somebody else every day. So I feel like
same thing with us. You have to get your clientele. It's not like someone's feeding you the clientele. You have to work hard.
Exactly.
You can't just sit around and be like, oh, wish I had clientele. Like you have to work for it.
Yeah, I mean, you get what you put into it, you get out of it.
Absolutely. That's one of the main reasons why I did the podcast, so that we can all switch out people and referrals, because it's like we said earlier, it's built off referrals.
And you're so good about that. You're so good about all your friends and promoting everybody.
I feel like you have to, right? Yeah. Like, I mean, that's our job, to promote each other and build each other up, and it's fun. I mean, I'm not going to promote somebody I don't like. No, I'm just kidding. I like everybody, guys. I like everybody. I'll say that. Okay, so with real estate right now, spring is like your big time, right?
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like that's a hot time in the market.
It is. Well, I mean, just because logistically, I mean, we're coming on, January flew by.
I know.
I mean, it's so fast.
Saturday's February.
Yeah.
Or
Saturday.
tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Today?
February 1st.
No, tomorrow, yeah.
February 1st.
What's today? Friday?
Today's Friday, January 31st. I know. But anyway, yeah, it does heat up a little bit simply because of the timing, right?
Yeah.
So people that know they're going to leave are going to do it over the summer because they want to just make an easy transition.
Right.
So we get out of school in May. People are going to list their house. You know, some people are going to list it in March and be like, oh, and be lucky to sell it quickly. And then like, oh, shoot, what do we do? And, you know, you can do a lease back. There's a lot of options. But, you know, people that know they're coming are also going to start looking because they're going to want to get into something like late May, early June. Their kids have the summer to transition here. So it's just one of those times a year that there's a lot of flux. And I mean, you know, our area really is very transient. Yeah. I mean, the oil and gas business, I mean, it brings people in, takes people out. So it is. It definitely, you're going to see a lot of new stuff hitting the market.
Oh, I'm sure. Because the oil and gas business is kind of going down right now, right?
Well, yeah. And the market's really stable, you know, right now. And in certain price points, there's not a lot of inventory. And a lot of people want, I mean, I just did an open house this past weekend at one of my listings in Cinco Ranch, and you know, people really want a pool.
Oh yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. Does it limit your search or expand it? I think people want a pool already built, right?
They do.
It's a lot cheaper.
It is. I mean, here's the thing: if your budget, like, say, you know, I have clients I'm working with right now, and their budget, you know, is, you know, somewhere in the mid-4s. You know, if, you know, I've brought up the idea of like, hey, what about buying a house that maybe needs a little bit work, you know, in the somewhat lower 3s, and then you just build your pool or build your outdoor kitchen or build your dream backyard. Yeah. Some people will go for that, but some people are like, I don't want to deal with it.
Let's get it done.
I just want it done.
Yeah.
You know, I just want it done at one time.
I don't believe my next house will have a pool.
Yeah. And a lot of people want that, especially here. And especially when you're starting to look, I mean, the summer, people really, I mean, it's hot.
Oh, it's so hot.
So people are like, oh my gosh, we want a pool.
Yeah. And we have a great community. I mean, we have 4 pools. Yeah. Three pools that are awesome, but it's a pain in the ass to load up, go to the pool. I know that sounds like hashtag suburban problems, but
exactly.
But like, it is like, I don't have a golf cart. I ride my bike, and like, but like loading everything up, taking it to the pool,
and we
coming
have a lot
back.
of pools in our neighborhood. Yeah. Like if you ever look at on 𝗏𝗏, you know, the website. I mean, if you look at the satellite view, there's a lot of pools.
There is
a lot of pools in our neighborhood. You know, but I mean, so I think that we're going to see a lot of stuff coming on the market. This is going to be a busy time. But you get surprised. Like, I mean, sometimes I'll list a house in August and be like, oh my gosh, school just started. Like, this is going to be crazy. And it sells in a week. Yeah. And then sometimes you list something that you think is going to be, you know, a slam dunk. And for some reason, it just keeps getting passed by. Right. No matter what you do. So, you know, it's just finding that person that right person for that property.
But I feel like houses in Cross Creek, because how many builders are in Cross Creek? 6, 7?
Right now, yeah, about 7.
Because the areas, 8. They separated by area. Well, they used to. I don't know if they still do that. Well, no, it still
is. It's by size, right? So you've got the 50s, 60s, 65s. 65s. Yeah, 50s, 60s, 65s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. And they're doing a new gated section for 90s.
Are they really? Mm-hmm. Where?
So down that 𝗏𝗏 Bend. Okay. Right across from like Sora Lake and Dunlands Cove.
I haven't even been down that area.
Oh, yeah. I love that road behind my house. Even though it's like dusty and like it's kind of dirty, like to live there through it. Literally, I come out of my little cul-de-sac, I turn right, and then I get on that road, and I am at the junior high in like a minute.
That's awesome.
It's awesome.
I didn't even know that road was there until our friend Shannon and her daughter came to do the signs. I was like, let's try this new road. And we're like going through the construction. It has like a caution tape. I was like, just ride over it. It's fine.
Oh, yeah. Now it's totally open. Yeah, okay. So when the kids ride their bikes, like it's just a straight shot.
Where do you catch on to that?
So you can catch on, like when you're coming into the neighborhood, Cinco Ranch Boulevard turns into 𝗏𝗏 Bend. Right. You just keep going straight. Okay. Like the intersection where that, you know, they're building all those new pickleball and tennis courts and basketball courts.
And that's for us. Or is it for the kids?
It's for us.
Okay, because 𝗏𝗏 has one too, right?
Yeah, at Pine Park, they're redoing that whole thing. Awesome. So that's going to be like tennis courts, pickleball, and basketball. You just keep, that's going to be on your right. You keep going straight, and then it takes you around. And if you keep following it till it ends, it'll take you all the way to the front of the neighborhood on 1093.
Okay. I need to go out there and look.
Yeah. So behind, you know, where I live, behind my house on the other side of that road is going to be the rest of 𝗏𝗏. Okay. The 55 and over.
Which is a great community for older people.
It's perfect.
55 is not old, by the way, but like you can't have kids in there, right?
No, you can't. You can't. Like I looked at it for my mom, and she's like, "Well, that doesn't really work for me because you know my brother. Yeah, you know, so he wouldn't be able to.
Oh, he'd be out there playing pickleball. There
oh my gosh, yes, he'd be like the mayor of 𝗏𝗏.
Yeah, but, he would be.
Know, he wouldn't because he's under 55, and you know he wouldn't be able to be there. So, but yeah, it's a super great concept, and they've got like a cruise director and like people. Yeah, so it's good.
I think they do a good job of catering. So, do you find that people who are selling their houses now have a harder time because of the new builds?
Well, the new builds don't have, if you have a resale with a pool and people, and then so you're a little bit more attractive than a new build. But if you're new build, a lot of the builders have flexibility in their pricing.
Yeah.
So, maybe they can give you a better deal, especially if it's a certain time of the year and they're closing out a section. There's a lot of different variables, that go into that. I loved that we were able to build our house, but I've also, bought a resale before. Right. So
we have a spec home,
yeah,
which I love. There's some things that I wish I would have had here to tweak in there, but Trim Maker does such a great job.
They do.
You have a Trim Maker, don't you?
Yeah.
They do like the border. What do you call that?
The trim.
Hello. Mm-hmm. Don't get fancy on me now. The trim, all that, they do such a good job with details. Yeah. It sucks when you go to clean it and you have dogs. You get that. The hair just collectively goes to the corner. I'm like, oh my gosh.
I mean, there's even when you build your own house, there's so many things like even now, like almost 4 years later, I'm like, oh shoot, I wish I did this different.
Right.
I wish I did this different. And then having 3 dogs, I mean, like I am like Dr. Dolittle, I mean, like always vacuuming. Lola wears a diaper.
Oh my God,
nonstop.
Lola. Do Lola's voice.
Lola talks like this, kind of like Pee-wee Herman.
And she's a pug.
She's a pug.
Poor thing, she's just like...
And she's 15. And then...
That's old for a pug.
Seriously. And then Moses is like, the rescue dog that we don't know anything about, except that he likes beds and sofas. And he's like, Moses. We think he's maybe 10 or 11. And then Scout's like our,
He's a German Shepherd.
She's a German Shepherd that... just loves everybody and everything.
Yeah.
But, I mean, 3 dogs, it's a lot.
Yeah. 2 dogs is a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot of hair.
Yeah.
It's a lot of scratches. It's a lot
shit everywhere.
Shit to clean up in the backyard.
Oh my God. It's a lot. Like, so my dog, my older dog, Rudder, she, bless her heart, she is, Braden's 12. She's 11. She's old now. She's getting old. And she's crotchety. She just whines all the time. And then Lolly is... She's something, that's for sure. They're both rescues. Uh-huh. And she's gorgeous, but she's just like, not right. Okay. Yeah. She doesn't like to be outside.
My dogs don't either. They're house cats.
Yes, exactly. That's the best way to put it.
Go outside.
I'm like talking to her, like, do you know you're a dog? If I leave the door open and she can come in and out,
exactly.
Fine. And I don't have a doggy door because I don't want one.
Yeah. No.
But like, if I shut the door, she sits there and stares at me and like starts whining. I'm like, you're a dog. Go outside.
Lola barks at the wall. Moses just acts like you just sent him to the chamber.
Sweet Lola.
Like you just like sent him to the death chair. And then Scout's just like, whatever, like I'll be in. She won't even come down when you call her.
Do they get in the pool?
No. Scout wades in the little tanning shelf.
Yeah.
But they won't, but take them to a dirty pond and they'll swim for days. I mean, they'll just be like Olympic swimmers. But the pool, you're like, okay, we'll swim, get in.
Yeah.
And they just stand there. And not Moses. I mean, Moses is getting old, and he's getting to the point where he jumps up, and then he falls back.
Yeah.
So you're just like, okay, slow your roll, dude.
So if one passes away, will you get another one?
No.
I know that's what I said the other day. I said if one Rudder, because I feel bad because I have 2. Like, at least you have still 2 left.
I think if I have, when the 2 go to the Rainbow Bridge, I will get a companion for Scout, and that's like a big freaking deal.
Yeah.
Because Austin's like, I want a golden retriever.
Of course,
and I was
does.
like, of course. I go, dude. You know how much hair a golden retriever has? A lot. I go, so let's get a miniature golden doodle. Miniature golden doodle. I mean, you would think like I was.
I can totally just picture him saying that to you, right?
Yeah, and Mason's like, oh, okay, that sounds cool. And Colton's like, oh, how about a husky? I'm like, we are not in Alaska.
Husky.
Okay, again with the shedding. Okay, so. I mean, yeah, when 2 of them go, I say I won't, but I definitely probably will. And there'll probably be another rescue. I'm not going to spend money on a dog.
So Rudder, she's getting up there, like I said, and I said, man, Lolly's going to need a friend. But the other day, I'm like, let's just open the door and let her run. Oh, we never do that, by the way. Of course. But, like, I'm going to have to get her. I'm just not starting over. I'm not getting a puppy.
Every time Lola pees on the floor, Ross will just walk by and, like, chirp. It's time for the shot.
Yeah.
But he would never.
I know.
It's just baby.
It's like a freaking kid.
Yeah.
So we got Lolly. So Trey's aunt she was out in Montgomery at a crawfish bowl, and they found 5 puppies. And they're gorgeous puppies. And she goes, remember that time you said you wanted a dog? I was like, well, I guess now's the time. So we got Lolly. Yeah. Of course, I get the queen bee that talks back all the time. I get the loudest one, right? Yeah. Go figure. Like, I need somebody else loud in my house.
Yeah.
And she went out of town, and she had 3 left. I had 2 puppies, my dog, so 3 puppies, including mine. Rudder was older, and then her other 2 dogs. I had 6 dogs in my house. Okay. I was like, and we just moved in. It was a nice house. Dogs are scratching everywhere. Yeah. Trey was like, I can't believe you did this. I'm like, well, what am I going to say? No. It was for 2 days, and I never did it again. It was so much.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. I don't know how people just like...
Animals
are a lot.
It is.
Cats, all of them. I'm not a cat person.
I hate cats.
I
feel terrible.
Same.
So I might not lose some fans, but
no, I know. But
just
to each its own on that one, right?
I don't like cats, but I did have one cat that I loved. It's like when I was in high school, my teacher had these kittens, and I was like, Mom, can we get one? And we had a Cocker Spaniel, and she was like, okay, fine. So we got this cat named Pee-wee.
Pee-wee.
But Pee-wee was like a dog.
Yeah.
I mean, he would just hang with Freckles, the Cocker Spaniel. They were buddies. And so, yeah, Pee-wee was a good little dude.
Well, animals feed off of each other. Like,
yeah.
Okay, so friends, have you, Brooke, you met my friend Brooke,
yes.
my soul sister, right?
Yep.
It's my sister from another mister. Her mom owns a ranch, and dad own a ranch out in Columbus.
Yeah.
And they have like cows, and they have all kinds of stuff. They had a baby cow named Mo. And it was it's the cutest cow ever. Well, it followed because they had to bottle feed them because the mom passed away. And so since they were a baby. So the Mo walks around and follows them and tries to come into the house like it's a puppy. And now it's a big, I mean, yeah. I don't know what you call it. I don't know the difference of the baby cows versus the cow. But, like, they had a bottle feed them. So, like, it literally would follow them everywhere thinking it was, like, a human or a puppy or a dog and hang out with the dogs. I mean, isn't that so cute?
It's adorable. Ross had a cow growing up. They named it Sirloin.
Sirloin.
Yes, but it was Sirloin. And they had raccoons. I mean, they have
raccoons?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you have to have them tell you the raccoon story.
That Tennessee stories,
Absolutely.
Ross. Tell me your story. I'll bring some bourbon.
Yes.
And he can tell me all about it.
He had raccoons. I mean, they've, you know my mother-in-law. She's awesome. So animal lovers. And, I mean, they've had every pet.
But
raccoons, a pony like in the house. I mean, there's so many things.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so before we get off of this, because you and I could talk all day.
Yep.
We're gonna plan our Tennessee trip next. I'm excited.
Right.
Where can people, if they want to find you besides going through me, do you have like a website? Like where will they reach out to you?
You know, I don't have a website yet. I have Facebook page, French Baird Property Group,
and spell Baird for
Baird. Francesca Baird Properties, and then you can just always reach out to me, Francesca Baird, gmail.com, and I'm at, my brokerage is Trisha Turner, which I love. It's a great little brokerage in Fulshire.
You see her property signs everywhere.
Yeah, she's an amazing leader, just one of the kindest humans I know, and just wants everyone that works with her, you know, just have a bountiful life, and that really spoke to me, and so that's why I'm there. And but I really just work out of my house, and you know, like I said, I really do. I go anywhere. I mean, I just did a rental yesterday in the 𝗟𝙗.
Wow.
I literally do everything.
Yeah.
You know, especially for friends. So you know, I'm definitely flexible in areas and all that sort of good stuff.
Well, guys, and I'm sure everybody knows you already, so they're like, oh, it's Fran.
It's me.
It's Fran. So, guys, thank y'all for listening. We had a good time. Cheers one more time, my sister.
Cheers, babe.
Love you.
Love you.
And this is Danielle Eckerman. I'm looking forward to the next one, you guys.